Hi guys, this is your girl Wakeji Kamore and welcome to Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you guys have woken up well, or you're in the middle of your day, that your day is going well, or you're at the tail end of your day, that your day has gone great. Today we are going to be looking at Ecclesiastes Chapter 6. I will not be reading this chapter word for word because I want to encourage you to pause this recording and read the chapter for yourself. Just read the chapter so that you understand what's happening in the chapter and that the Holy Spirit can get a chance. Give the Holy Spirit a chance to reveal to you the purpose of God, the person of God, the character of God, and to get to know the Lord even better. All right, so this chapter I feel like it's such a continuation of what chapter 5 was, because it's the first verses of it speaks about the gift that is from God for us to be able to have both wealth and possession and the ability to enjoy it. So picking up from just the last chapter 5, it is a great gift from God for us to be able to have both wealth and the ability to enjoy it, because there are so many people who have great wealth, great riches and honor, but because of some life circumstances or some mindset, they are not able to enjoy the things that they have. So again, this has led me, yesterday we talked about what does it mean to love money, and we saw that loving money means that money has become more important to you than what is right, what is legal, what is moral, what is healthy, what is truly vulnerable. And we even looked at how does love of money show up in our lives. How do you know whether you're a lover of money? How do you know whether someone else is a lover of money? And we talked about how someone is constantly thinking about possession and how to acquire them. Someone is unwilling or find it so difficult to give generously. Someone is willing to compromise values for the sake of gain, material gain. Someone is measuring success or identity only by how much money they have or how much money someone else has. Someone trusts money more than they trust God, or someone is never satisfied no matter how much one has. So the questions I want us to answer is, what are the reasons that would cause you to not be able to enjoy your wealth? Because we saw at the end of chapter 5 and at the beginning of chapter 6 that there are those people who have wealth, they have possession, they have riches, they have honors, but they are not enjoying it. God has not given them the ability to enjoy, or they don't have the ability to enjoy that which they have. So what is it that can cause that? One of the reasons why you would not enjoy your wealth or possession is discontentment, because you're constantly thinking about how to acquire more. Instead of thinking, oh, now I have this 10,000 shillings, let me try and enjoy it, let me try and do something with it, you're constantly thinking, how can I get another 10,000 shillings? How can I get another 50,000? How can I get another 1 million? So because your mind is always wandering with desire to acquire more, you're not able to enjoy what you currently have. Another reason why you could not enjoy what you have is guilt. You're suffering from guilt because of the way you have acquired this wealth. If you have acquired it from oppression, if you've acquired it from corruption, if you've acquired it from, overpricing things, if you've acquired it from oppressing your employees, that guilt in itself and the fact that you're constantly just feeling guilty and feeling crappy about yourself causes you to not enjoy the wealth and position that you have. The other thing is fear of losing the wealth. If you have constantly afraid of losing the wealth, you're constantly thinking, oh my God, I might become so poor, I might lose it all. And so now you're hoarding, you've put everything in the bank account, you never spend even a shilling. In that way, you will never enjoy your wealth. There are people who, of course, they are trying to hoard everything and make sure that they never get to spend because they are afraid of losing their wealth. There are people who they are constantly staying awake because they're trying to guard their homes, guard their safes. Pesa iko wapi? Kuna magaz kila pahali, guns, just because you're trying to make sure that you never lose that which you've gained. There are also people who are afraid of losing what they've gained because of how they have gained it. If you've gained it through corrupt means, you're so afraid that someone is going to figure out what it is that you did. If you acquired it from selling drugs, if you acquired it from, let's say, money laundering, you're so scared of losing it, or you're so scared of someone figuring out your criminal activities that has led to the money that you have. And so that fear of losing your wealth, either because you've tasted poverty and you're just like, I can't go back there. Now you're constantly thinking, let's hoard everything, let's not give out even a shilling. That fear of losing wealth leads to lack of peace, and that way you cannot enjoy even that wealth. Number 4, is lack of purpose and fulfillment, where your wealth and your possession and all the things that you have are not resulting to true meaning. There's no meaning, there's no true joy, there's no lasting satisfaction. And yes, you have the money, you can show off, or you have the biggest cars, you are attending parties, you're invited into the VIPs of events, but it still doesn't have the true meaning. It doesn't have true joy. There's no satisfaction that comes from it. There's no fulfillment. There's no purpose. There's nothing else apart just from that temporary flashiness that your wealth gives you. The other thing is frustration as a form of just judgment and correction. God may withhold the ability to enjoy your wealth as a way of confronting your heart and helping you to correct your path. So sometimes you're just frustrated because God has just decided, I'm not going to allow this person to enjoy this wealth because I want to save their soul, because I want for them to reflect, I want for them to I want to confront their hearts, and I want for them to correct their ways. Another thing is injustice. You had the wealth, and then someone just came who is an oppressor and took it away from you and enjoyed it as instead of you. Like people who do land grabbing. You had some piece of land somewhere which was your wealth and possession, and someone took it. And that is what I mean by just injustice or oppression. Or people who their uncles come and take their wealth from them when they become orphaned. Or you are a wife to a rich person, but when your husband dies, the brothers come and take all that wealth. That is what I mean by injustice and oppression, and that can cause you to not enjoy your wealth and your possession. So now that we know what the love of money is, we know how it shows up in our lives and how it manifests. We know some of the things that we know that it's a gift for us to be able to have the wealth and the ability to enjoy it, and we know what it is that can cause us to not enjoy the wealth. How can we remedy this? How can we make sure that the wealth that we have, that the possessions that we have are things we can enjoy? How do we enjoy the things that we have and the things that God has given us? Number one, don't be a lover of money. Instead of thinking of money all the time and thinking that money is your identity, think of money as a tool, but not something that defines who you are, or do not ultimately depend on money. Think of money as a tool to achieve something, as a tool to change someone's life, as a tool to be able to, progress from one place to another, but do not let it be the thing that defines you, and do not let it be the thing that you depend on. Number two, acquire wealth righteously. Earn the money through honest work, through integrity. Avoid corruption, exploitation, dishonesty. Treat others fairly in the process of gaining this wealth, and remain grateful to God as the ultimate source of all provision. Because if you acquire wealth righteously, you will not suffer from frustrations as way of God judging you. You will not suffer from fear of loss of it. You will not suffer from guilt. You will not even suffer from the fact that you feel like it has no purpose or fulfillment. Another thing that you can do, the third thing that you can do, the first thing is don't be a lover of money. Number two, acquire your wealth righteously. And number three, invest it in what is eternal. Time and resources that is spent loving people, building character, sharing God's truth, and contributing to what God is doing in someone's life, or contributing to what God is doing in the world. Whether it is in your family, even if it's just a small conversation you're having with a family member, whether it is in your workplace, whether it is community, your friends, the people that you hang out with, the people that you call your tribe, quote unquote, and your faith community. Time that you spend with these people, time that you spend sharing God's truth with these people, time that you spend building their character, encouraging someone, loving on someone, sharing God's truth, that is not time that is wasted. These are the kinds of investments that carry fulfillment and eternal value. So again, we've seen what love of money is. We've seen how it shows up in our lives. We've seen that it is a gift from the Lord to have the wealth and possessions and the ability to enjoy them. We've seen what would cause us to not enjoy the wealth and the position that God has given us. And we have seen what is a remedy. What can we do so that then whatever it is we are earning, whatever it is that we are acquiring, we can enjoy it. And it is my prayer that you have learned something today. that you will search your heart and identify which of these 3 areas, the area of whether you are a lover of money, whether you are acquiring your wealth righteously, and whether you're investing in what is eternal. Find out which of these areas you may be struggling with and where do you need to grow, and do the necessary work that needs to be done, so that then you can find contentment and you can enjoy the wealth and the possession that God brings your way. Thank you so much for listening, and see you tomorrow.